So we recognize the achievements of women who have broken barriers, right? Like when we are in Women's History Month, we are talking about knocking down walls, kicking in doors, smashing windows, because we want to break those barriers. How do you envision using your strengths to continue breaking barriers and creating positive change for future generation of women leaders?
So this is a huge question. I mean, you could really, I can answer this in so many ways in world domination, but
Yes.
um, I think it just does go back to finding connections. I just think, as small and simple as that sounds, there's always that common thread between folks. And if I really think of the fatality team in that way. I mean, that was a real experience to see people together with their guard down, with law enforcement, advocates, funder groups, prosecution, all these different people who never get to be vulnerable in the same space, sharing that room in a really intensive process and finding that common thread is so powerful. So I think any opportunity to build bridges between folks who normally would say that type of work doesn't impact my work, or that type of experience, I don't relate to that, so I don't understand my place in that. I think we all have a place in making our communities safer and more beautiful and more accepting. And I think that that's the overarching goal in everything. I mean, I think that my work is so focused on this violence prevention, dark place, but ultimately the other side of that can be really beautiful. And I think building those bridges between people to really understand those connections and why those connections are so important for the greater good is really the future that I hope to work toward. So
It's beautiful.